Very tough game last week against Argentina. How has the squad, if you like, rehabilitated after what was a tough match?
Yeah, 2 in a row. Australia was physical. There were 460 contacts against Australia, and they weren't soft contacts. Argentina came with a game plan that surprised us. I think they adapted to the conditions. They looked to disrupt us. They figured that we were a team with ball in hand. We're dangerous with a bit of time, and they tried to disrupt that. So the work at ruck time was fierce. Monday was obviously recovery. Tuesday has left still quite a few players unable to train at 100%. We're probably only able to train today with everybody, but it was a good session. We know who we're playing and what their strengths are. We know that they're a very good team, very proud nation, and they're looking for access and recognition. So they're a team that will be dangerous.
And they're confident, given the win that they had against Samoa at the weekend. So the environment of Kilmarnock, where you've got the crowd tight in and an artificial, how do you think that environment might help Scotland?
Look, the home crowds are always important, and this is our third game at home in November, and it's been a privilege and a pleasure to take part in these games. We just don't want to drop our standards for this one, and make sure we maintain and grow them. We always said this November was to help us prepare and play better in the Six Nations. So a different animal in front of us, a physical, forward-orientated beast that will probably try and dominate set piece. How will the synthetic track help or hinder us? Those are things that the players will have to work out when they're on the paddock and have to adapt, as we always did. We did well against Argentina adapting. I think this is going to be a very, very physical game. So it's maintaining focus and concentrating and not getting taken just into the contact and combat itself, making sure we keep our heads up the paddock, that we can see space. Hopefully if we work hard in defence, we'll get turnovers, and from those turnovers we need to play.
And Rob coming into the back row, Rob Harley coming into the back row, he's a competitive player, he hits hard. Is that the kind of person you think you're going to need on the park on Saturday?
His profile is one, he's a set phase player, and he's a very good defensive player. So they attack in close. Rob is suited to that sort of close combat type play. He's very good in line out, he's a good scrummager, and he adds his bulk, and he's a very positive, enthusiastic, and he's been training us with us for 2 weeks. So seeing him get the opportunity in the third game, and he's bringing all his enthusiasm and knowledge he has, and he will, he'll definitely help containing that forward pack that's in front of us.
Will the pace of the artificial, let's say that the artificial will make it slightly quicker, will that make Scotland's point of focus slightly different, given that Georgia are a heavy side, they're a side that like to play tight in?
Well, we've watched Georgia, and they played against Ireland 2 years ago and played very well. And Ireland, we know how the style of play that they have and the players they've got. So it was good to compare that game, and it was 6-0 to Ireland after 35 minutes, and it was only a yellow card that broke the game open. So very competitive. The fast track, if we want to get what we want, things will have to be done well, the basics done well. We cannot afford to throw the ball wide. They're very good at turning the ball over there. The tendency will be to do that. Let's get the simple things done well, which is go forward, simple plays, just good footwork going into contact, quick clean out and create rhythm. I don't think spinning the ball wide from either side is really going to help us. It's probably going to go against us. It doesn't mean we won't do it later in the game, but let's start by rolling our sleeves up.
And just one final, just to get a win against Georgia and complete that autumn season, how important is that win going forward to look to Six Nations?
Well, we look at the bits and pieces that make up a game of rugby, and you start with the ball. So let's look after the ball when we have it. Let's go and look for it when we don't. Quite often we don't want to be beating ourselves on the chest and saying we're great. What we've done is try to progress, and then whatever we take from this game, there'll be information that'll be useful for us to move forward and become better. And it'll be another test match, a different profile, different team in front of us, learnings, players will gain experience from it, and it'll help us.